Savannah. Welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a different video that has been requested a couple times. If you guys aren't familiar with my channel, you know that I thrift a ton of pants over and over and over again. Do my lips look crazy? I feel like I look crazy right here. Stark white. Do I? Okay. Anyways, I'm constantly thrifting pants from the thrift store to make into shorts. A lot of times, especially, they are high-waisted pants to make high-waisted shorts. So this is going to be a how-to video or a DIY video on how I cut my pants into shorts. Super easy, super simple. This is how I do it. You guys are welcome in advance. I just showed these pants in a haul. I wasn't lying to you guys. I'm actually gonna cut these into shorts. These are just the high-waisted red pants that I had gotten from Goodwill. These are by the brand Talbots. So they are very, very high-waisted. See, do they stretch? There's like no stretch whatsoever to these pants. So I'm going to cut these, and I always cut my shorts in two separate ways. I either cut them to be like cut off shorts, or I cut them to be rolled up on the bottom. Guess I'll just show you guys. So I either cut them into shorts like this with a little bit of a rolled leg at the bottom, see how it's like rolled up, or I cut them like this just to be cut off. So these are still a really recent cut off. That's why it's not like very distressed at the bottom just yet. So what you're gonna need for this DIY is obviously the pants that you want to cut into shorts. Mine are just these red ones. If you want to, you can use reference shorts for like the length of them, but there's a certain way you should go about using a reference one. I highly suggest just putting the pants on, looking in the mirror and measuring yourself out to know where to cut them, because all pants are gonna fit you differently. So I highly, highly suggest putting the pants on and marking them up for that specific pair of pants. Then you're obviously gonna need some scissors. I shouldn't be doing them like that. I recommend using like a fabric scissor, just because to cut through some denims is gonna be a lot harder than like obviously cutting through paper. So these are my fabric scissors. Suggest them. And then you're gonna want something that you can make marks on your pants with. I'm just using this makeup crayon because I have it. You can also use, I feel like regular, if it's a light colored denim or a light colored pant, a regular pencil will work just fine. I'm using this white, it's just the LA Colors Jumbo Eye Pencil, or you can use the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil. I just use this one because it's designated to marking up clothing, so I know where to cut, so I'm just gonna use that. One tip and suggestion though, if you're gonna be using any kind of pants for like reference pants, for like the reference in length, you wanna make sure that the pants you're using have at least the same inseam length. So the inseam is just being from like your crotch, where your crotch goes in the pants, to like the top of the pants. I think that's the whole thing, right? If you're using reference pants because you don't wanna try on pants, which I don't really suggest doing, you're gonna wanna make sure that the crotch or like the inseams match up. So that's why too, I usually stick with, especially since I do thrift, a lot of times I look for the same specific brand of pants and style and brand of pants, because I know that they already work. My favorite brand and style of pants to cut into high-waisted shorts are, and I've mentioned this before, it is the Gloria Vanderbilt high-waisted pants. That one doesn't have a name on it, like a style name, but these are the Gloria Vanderbilt jeans. You can also find them at Kohl's. I'm not sure where else you can find them, but I found them often at Kohl's, even on sale for super inexpensive. If not, Thrifted is awesome. One of these though, I think has this is the style Amanda. They're just the high-waisted pants. So those are awesome. Love the Gloria Vanderbilt jeans to cut into high-waisted shorts. I have a lot of them. Like I have this one, and I think I had another pair. I don't know what happened to them, but so here's these. Now I'm just going to move in to show you guys how I put them on, to try them on and like measure them out for the length that I'm gonna want. Bam, let's go. So here's what the pants look like on. As a general rule, I just kind of cut my shorts, like I just kind of put my hands down and see where my fingertips fall. And then I kind of, this is gonna be a little weird, but I kind of like take that into account of like where the bottom of like my booty is. So I usually go a little bit shorter than my fingertips. That's the best place to start with the measurement, because it's better to cut it longer than to cut it too short. because once you go too short, you can't go back, but you can always go in and just make them shorter. So I start where my fingertips are, and then I'll probably go up just like a little bit higher, keeping in mind where the fold of my bootie is. I take whatever I'm marking my pants with. So first I'm gonna take my finger down and see where the bottom of my finger is. I stand up straight to make sure it's standing straight. The pants are all the way down and it's not like sitting weird in the front. And then, so you just kind of go down to right there, and then I go up just like maybe like an inch up higher. And then I make a good steady mark. And I only measure the outside, and I only measure one leg because I can go in and just cut and match the other side. And I have a different way of making sure I cut enough for the inseam, so the inside of your leg. But if you really want to, you can always measure the inside too, like, okay, well, I at least want it to be like no shorter than right here, but I usually just count like inch-wise down once I have the pants off. I only do one side because you might end up making them uneven if you try to measure both sides. So I just measure one side, or like mark off one leg. And so once you have that mark done, you can take the pants off. Be really careful when you take the pants off. You also want to use something that's not going to completely stain your clothes, obviously. Whenever I cut and measure my pants, I also make sure that I have them all the way zipped up and all the way buttoned up so that they lay correctly. So I'm gonna work with just one leg first. So I'm gonna lay this down as flat as I can and make sure it's flattened on the back too. But I wanna be able to see where all the seams are and where my mark is on the front. And so to make my mark for the inseam, I always go at least 2 inches down from like the crotch area. So I just take like my knuckle and I just go 1, 2, and then that's where I make my mark. I usually we'll do like 2.5. So we'll go down a little bit, but see, it should be at a slant. You should always be cutting your pants at a slant, with the outside of the leg being a little shorter than the inside of the leg. The slant should go down and inward, making the inside of the leg a tiny bit longer. But like I said, you should always cut longer than shorter. And if you're really new at measuring and everything, you can make a full line, like take a ruler and mark a whole line. But I don't like doing that just because it's possible you might leave a mark on the pants, so I don't like to risk that. So I just put 2 marks on the end. And then going in with my scissors, I'm just gonna cut it at a slant. And try to make sure you keep it as flat as possible. What I was trying to say too is if you try to use a different pair for like a reference for where to cut, these might end up being way too short. You wanna make sure that the inseams match up. So you want the crotches to be at the same place. That's why this is a little bit harder to do, because then you have to make sure everything's like lining up. These are gonna be super short, but that's all right. So to make it even on the other leg, all you have to do is fold it over, make sure this other leg is totally laying flat. I'm gonna throw it out this way. Actually, it's a bit easier to cut. The side that you're trying to cut, and then you wanna make sure these are completely evened out. This is not my best work, clearly. So you're gonna wanna make sure you're cutting underneath the top layer, because if you're cutting like right underneath it, you're actually gonna have this leg that you're actually cutting be a little bit longer than this top one. So you're gonna wanna cut right underneath of where this is laying. And again, I'm never really perfect, but a lot of times I roll up my short pants anyways, shorts, legs, so it kind of hides if they're not perfect. And there you have a pair of cut-off shorts. Okay, yay, did perfect. So again, like you can see how I put that mark right here. If you want to have enough fabric to be able to make like rolled up edges, like some of the shorts I already showed, you're gonna want to make sure that you put that mark and cut off right where your longest fingertip hits, just so that you have enough material, because see, that would have been like a nice big chunk of material to roll up. And so that's the finished look for these shorts. You can either keep them like this or just dress the bottom of them. These are a little bit short to have the rolled edges, but these I would definitely distress the bottoms of them. You can either just throw them in the washing machine a couple times and let them wash and fray out, or you can even take your hands, your fingers, or tweezers and just kind of pick out the bottom hinges. This works better on pants that are not stretchy, that don't have that stretch material in them. But so you can just kind of pick it and take out all of the little edges to make it more frayed, or just throw it in the washing machine. That is the finished look for how I get my DIY
cut shorts.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me showing how I cut my pants into shorts. This is my tried and true way to get my shorts perfection. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Please let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed this video and if you want to see more videos like this, or if you do end up doing and cutting your shorts the way that I mentioned, please let me know in the comments below as well. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.